Steve Callahan is one of those old school sailors, and he wrote a book called Adrift. And adrift is about, I think it was 70 some odd days. He was basically lost at sea, left for dead. And he says, back in the days, he said, now when I sail, he said, it's wonderful to have GPS. He said, but back in the days, we didn't have GPS, obviously. So we had a compass, we had a map, and we had to estimate our the wind speeds, the speed of the boat, all of those different things. And he said old school sailors developed what's called natural literacy. And natural literacy is that ability to be able to take in what you see and use it into a formulaic situation. So you take in what you see and then you determine what your next move is. That's what natural literacy is. And one thing, man, I've learned that natural literacy is so key. I've recently said that I'm not going to read any nonfiction books for 30 days. And the reason being is because when you're reading nonfiction, I'm not totally against it, but when you read nonfiction, think about it. The authors tell you how to think. The authors tell you what to do because that's what works for them. It's more of a recipe, a how-to. But when you read fiction, then it causes you to have to look into the minds of the author, to guess what's going to happen next, to get inside the minds of the character, to become the character itself. That's what I like about that. And I'm learning that. But let me take it a step further, man. You need natural literacy in every part of your life. What happens, we get dumbed and lulled down because we're so used to hitting steps, hitting marks, that we miss out on the landscape, the natural literacy that's all around us. You need natural literacy when you're selling. You need natural literacy when you're working out. Being able to take in what you're seeing and then applying it, or not seeing. If you're not seeing certain results in the weight room, then you need to, based on what you're seeing, and not get so dulled down on those earbuds that you're not paying attention to the natural literacy. Those are things, there are so many things that will teach you, but you have to be, what Callahan was saying, as a sailor, as an old school sailor, you had to pay attention. And many times, dude, we're not paying attention in life. I know I haven't been paying attention. I've been trying to get through the next nonfiction book, trying to get through this thing or that thing, and I'm missing out on the natural literacy. Life is trying to teach me different things. You need natural literacy in sales. Natural literacy, I could sit you in a classroom and we could go over role-playing situations all day long, and the customer says this and customer says this, but you need that natural literacy. That natural literacy is being able to take in what the customer is saying, but what are they also saying with their body language? I hear what they're saying, but do I see what they're saying also? That's natural literacy. Natural literacy is being able to take in the landscape and being able to adjust accordingly. The tones of voices, that's natural literacy. Their body language, like I was saying, that's natural literacy. Different little tweaks. Dude, sometimes with natural literacy, and you can apply this for anything, man. Sometimes you're going to find with natural literacy that you hit the rocks. And you're going to hit the rocks, bro. You're going to hit the rocks sometimes where you read it wrong and you crash. That's part of growth too. Hitting the rocks, hitting the skids, getting busted up a little bit, man. That's part of it also, man. You need that because that formulates into your natural literacy. That way, the next time a similar situation arises, because of your natural literacy, because this time you're reading it a little bit different and you remember what the situation was, you make the necessary adjustments from there. Don't get dulled down with so much in books today, man, in your earbuds, in people telling you what to think and what to do and what to say. Take in also that natural literacy, that natural landscape, that peacefulness, sometimes that quietness. You're not bored. Sometimes you don't have to flip open your phone to pass the time. Just chill, bro. Chill, look around a little bit, take in the scenery, and then take in that natural literacy. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing life. Stay in the sales life.